Awesome. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? I hope I'm crystal clear. So please, once you come in, just like the stream, so that we can get more people on board. And please, like we said, when we're talking about our assignments, we said as soon as you come in, just drop your assignment so that we know. And then another thing I would always say, even for the team playbacks, please, once you come in and then you're playing back, just leave a comment as regards what you've been doing so far. I just want to know where the difficulties are, like I said, so that as we build our conversations, right, we will literally know where our students are probably missing out and how they can improve themselves. So like we said, today we're going to be talking essentially about content creation, value creation. Of course, we are started from day 1 to day 4. I think we've done a whole lot of justice as regards deciding what we're going to be creating value for. So, but now, while we're going to be talking about essentially some of the ideas that we need to be paying attention to, I thought of it like, okay, it would be now better we infuse personal branding into it just a little while discussing, like we promised yesterday, the different hooks we all need to pay attention while creating our content. So if you're already here, that means you already have your table. Okay, so please, as soon as you come in, introduce yourself and your team so that everybody gets to know you, and then we can continue our conversation. Thank you so much for liking the live as well. I really appreciate it. Even the team playbacks, please, when you're watching it on a playback, ensure you like so that you can rank higher as well. So please, you can leave your comment, or you can just power tap like 2 or 3 times, 4 times on the live. Let me just be sure that you're listening in on me, and then I'm also super clear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing that as well. So today I can't really say how I'm feeling. I'm not feeling too strong, but I'm going to try my best to, within the time I have, to be able to teach as quick as possible so that we can even have more times for implications. So I'm hoping that a lot of us are already implicating, like me. One of the promises I'm going to give everybody is that at the end of this course, right, the 30-day course, I'm already going to have a live course on sale, right, and it's not going to be free. I've just told you guys, I've told you people severally so that you understand the importance of you listening in and going back to do your assignment. As soon as I'm done with every live event, I quickly create flyers for them, or either before or after. Then another thing I would normally do is to copy the script of this event, and then you guys are going to see a book, literally monetization, your guide to monetization as a beginner, complete stack beginner. So I'm telling you guys now so that I am not hiding anything. I'm not, I'm not behaving as though I'm not aware that you guys also have something you're supposed to do with yourself. That's why, as much as possible, I am very transparent so that everybody will, all of us will literally just keep moving while we are on this journey. Oh, Happiness, good to see you. You're always amazing. Thank you for always showing up. You're a very good strengthener, and I really appreciate that as well. Awesome. So everybody who was coming early as well, I totally appreciate you. So let's... Awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay. So like we said, based on our conversations tonight, we said we're going to be... Oh, Rabia, it's good to see you as well. Well done. I hope we have been doing our assignments. One of the things I said was that when I created the live event, you were just supposed to copy and paste your assignment so far on the link. But I understand maybe some of us got busy and all that. But we're going to try our best. Okay, yes. Okay, you have copied it. Okay, awesome. So please, anybody that will be watching this live, right, you're supposed to copy your assignment so far and paste it on the comment sessions. Like we said, the reason why we're doing that is because it's not just for, it's also an opportunity for an advertisement, right? So that if anybody, even in years to come, because I said I'm going to unlist all these videos, right, as much as it's within my power, right, so that everybody in the years to come who would see this will literally see that this is what you're doing, and to be good to know that you can be contacted based on what you said that you'll be offering. Okay, awesome. So my 2 lead people now has been Happiness and Rabia. Well done, guys. Okay, so we said essentially what we're going to be doing today was that we're going to be discussing please, Happiness, you could just go to the group and place a reminder. Okay, you could go to the group and place a reminder. I think maybe people have forgotten because we're quite few today, but no problem. I said it again because it's a course that will still be all across the world. I'm looking to make it as powered as possible. So yesterday we have discussed our first pillar from Monday, or I think it was from last week to today. And so what we are doing in our value creation and our product creation, we said one of the best things, we had found a way to help every single person who will be listening in on how to niche down. So if you have not decided, if you're yet to niche down, we have already thought about how you can niche down, and it was our yesterday's class. So please kindly go back to our day 2 or day 3, day 4, and go and find a way to niche down. So now we're going into how to create our value or products, right? And I'll say it again, for the purpose of today's class, we are going to be talking about essentially personal branding, right? How to brand yourself in such a way that people can literally trust you with anything at any point in time. So one of the things I've noticed again with most people's personal brand is that sometimes they take the higher routes, right? They say all highfalutin things in such a way that when you eventually see them, you just say, what this person does not match what she's saying. And that's where the problem is when people are building personal brand. Like for me, I came up with the personal definition of personal brand, and it simply means picking a particular thing. Let's say you want to you're a realtor, okay, so that is a particular niche. Picking realtor and getting comfortable with selling real estate effortlessly. That means you will know it in and out. You will sit down like this, you will read about it, you will convince people, you will learn the marketing of real estate, you will know where your target audience are, you will know how the kind of languages they want, where they are found. So if you notice, right, most of us are LinkedIners here, but I am not emphasizing LinkedIn because I also have come to understand that different platforms have different products that they can easily sell effortlessly. Now, if you want to sell to the Gen Z market, TikTok is very, very important. Facebook, very important, right? If you want to sell to CEOs, founders, and startups, LinkedIn is a very good place, all right? If you want to sell to people who are very good at wanting to learn things themselves, or they want to start their journey themselves, YouTube is a very good place. Now, one thing about YouTube, apart from the fact that it has lots of traffic, in the sense that I think YouTube has how many billion people, I can't remember right now, but the daily traffic of YouTube is higher than most other platforms. Daily reasonable traffic. Now, the thing about YouTube is that most people who show up on YouTube are already looking for something. Unlike Facebook, TikTok, where some people can just appear there as crews. I mean, those guys don't sleep. 12 midnight, if you're on TikTok, 12 midnight, you see people doing lives. You can be going from one room to the other, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Those guys don't sleep. Of course, from their posture, it will tell you that these people, if you don't have value for time that much, definitely you will not have money. That's just the truth. So there are some products that are going to do well there, but it simply means that there will be population. And those people who sell financial courses, it will be a lot more easier for them to sell it there, because most people, they are already broke. So they are looking for a messiah when they are breaking a law. Okay, well, the good thing again is that the most beautiful thing as well is that TikTok also pays. So I guess it's another win-win situation for them. But then if you really have to take them out of the traditional TikTok monetization program, it's going to be a whole lot of work. That means you're going to be super creative, and you're going to decide how your values will be shared. For me, that's why, in fact, when I showed up on YouTube as well, I saw some of the pattern that people are doing. I mean, you're showing up on YouTube, but your desperation is in moving, like you're looking for people to come and subscribe. You know, all those kind of things. Follow for follow, subscribe for subscribe. I'm like, you can't grow like that. The question will be, how long will you do it for? Will you do it till you get your 100,000 subscribers? No. Instead, personal branding must come to bear every single time, because, see, it's high time what you do starts bringing results for you. And that's what we call the inbound leads, right? It's more like, okay, now this is what I enjoy doing. therefore, all the people who would want my services should find me. That's literally the summary of personal branding, right? Is that I am able to position myself properly. You know, well, let me explain this. There are certain cultures particularly that make people feel like if you are talking about what you do, you are bragging. And that is why a lot of people have been broke for the longest. So now the whole concept of personal brand is being able to pass a road, and everybody is like, okay, Dr. Vivian today, how is that her monetization class? Do you think it's something I should come for? I've made a whole lot of noise by myself, by my positioning, my names. So every time I say Dr. Money, I say Dr. Ginger, everybody will understand my work ethics, in the sense that even if I say that you're not paying me for something, doesn't mean I should play with you guys. And that's why, even though it's not a charge class, I make sure that at the time T I said I was going to show up, I show up, because I am committed to you. Okay, so these are some of the things that people pick out. When you're talking about personal branding, everybody just wants to, when your name is called in the room, what is the first thing that should be remembered? And for me, part of my project, my personal branding project, was this 30 days monetization course, in such a way that even if it's not a threat, right? Even if nobody shows up here, I will show up and do these videos from start to finish. Because at the end of the 30th day, I told you, when you are personally branding yourself, the goal is to have material. So we're coming to the close of our first pillar, right? Value creation, content creation. There is no value created if you don't have a content to prove that this is your value. So a lot of people are there busy every single time. I'm a virtual assistant. I started my journey on LinkedIn. You're just joking, except you start talking about that thing that you offer, the results that you have gotten from what you have offered. People might not take you seriously. That's just the truth. And that is why every single time I am showing up here, and I'm also encouraging you to show up for yourself. Your personal brand is at stake, because like I told you, on all platforms, okay, let's assume that these crops of people, you guys are the first time I'm seeing you guys and I'm talking about it. On all platforms, right, there is a money charged for adverts. For LinkedIn, when I did LinkedIn adverts, I paid, how much was it? 50,000 per day. I cannot remember now. And guess what? I did not have any conversion. My conversion was 0. So imagine putting in 50k per day and you did not see anything. So most of the people who bought my courses were people who were already in my community, people whom I was already serving for the longest, people who already knew me as Mother Ginger. And I'll say it again. Why would you want to risk building and telling people about what you do, rather than begging people? I've seen on all platforms, even on TikTok. You see somebody, you're a new timer, or your first time, you just opened your account. The next best thing you do is to enter people's DMs and you're begging them instead of creating value. Even if I'm going to enter your DM right now, I'm going to enter your DM as somebody who wants to give you. So you see people also growing their YouTube accounts and they are behaving like that. I'm saying, every single time I see it, I'm saying, dude, do this guy understand what 4,000 watch hours is? Nobody will watch your videos up to 4,000 hours without really buying into you. They set that gauge on purpose so that people who are hustlers will never meet the mark. And that's why after a while, a lot of those people, they give up. Whether LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, all those platforms, it means that there's a game everybody should be playing, right? It's not necessarily a game of trying to beg people to subscribe to you or try to prove that you have more numbers. It's rather a game of positioning. How will people know that I am very excellent at what I do? And that is why I will tell you guys again, nobody will know outside your content. Nobody will know outside your intentionality of showing up every day, or the number of times that you have decided to show up. And guess what? Nobody will know outside the quality of what you are releasing daily, right? Releasing daily. Some of us, when we just wake up, we just scribble anything anyhow, and we'll just say that is our content for the day, and we'll just move. If you have not consistently released content for up to, let's say, 10 months or 2 years, don't just do rinse and repeat, okay? Because number one, you are a newbie, you're just starting out. Your mind cannot scribble out thought effortlessly. So it means that you have to have it planned. And that's why at the beginning of this day one, we already have a content calendar. So if you've not had your content calendar already, please go back and find it and position yourself properly, so that when we are talking about making money, it will not be sounding like, oh, you have to go on other platforms and be saying, hey, come and make money. Now I'm going to tell you guys, when I started out on YouTube, I joined one of those communities, and one of the things I noticed was that somebody told me, oh, I saw on a video somebody posted, he said how to hit your 1,000 subscriber mark. I was like, okay, let me quickly just go and see. Guess what? When I opened that video, all this guy was saying is, okay, so we're selling a course. My course, I'm about to sell a course. The course is, if you buy this course, you'll be able to make your 1,000 subscriber mark. And I'm like, don't you feel like a fraud? You don't know there's something called authenticity, in the sense that you promised people that they are going to, by the time they watch this video, they'll be able to have their 1,000 subscriber mark delivered to them. But you're not even bothered. You just started pitching immediately. You're already saying that if they don't mind, that they should contact another. The worst part is that he was advertising for somebody else. And I went into his DM, and I was like, I don't understand. Is this what you plan to do? I mean, you told somebody that you're offering this. Okay, thank you guys. You told somebody that you're offering this, right? You will not believe the headache that I'm feeling. Because I'm not even feeling fine. Okay, so you told somebody that you are offering this, and then the next thing you're talking about something else. You're already planning on how to sell. That is the most of the patience that most of people lack on the internet, right? You cannot just bring your first foot or I don't know how to explain it now. You're not interested. You don't want to see yourself positioning as though you're not interested in people. That is the first thing that will be wrong with you, right? That will be the first thing that will be wrong with you. Literally, you don't want to position yourself as somebody who is selfish, as in you're putting yourself out first. You're not putting people in front of you. Anyway, the good thing is, from our yesterday's class, we were able to come up with our brand persona, our target audience, our buyer persona, the people we want to sell with, to our mission and our vision. The goal is now, while creating value, how can we help these people? Okay, so as I'm talking now, I want to see everybody on the comment section, those who are available, please just type how you can help. Just give me a one-liner of how you can help your target audience. Just write target audience, then how I can help my target audience. I would want you to put that up so that we can now see. I can correct a few people who might be making some errors right now, but then this is one thing you must know. Every single time, just like we said, I think it was now day 2, you must be the giver in the equation. For you to make money, you must be the giver in the equation. You don't start up or you don't choose a niche simply because you want to make money immediately. So that takes me to the post I think I posted yesterday midnight on LinkedIn, asking whether profit over passion. So I told you guys, for the sake of our class, we've said it 1 million times, both of them have to go hand in hand. Okay, so profit and passion has to go hand in hand. Okay, so this is also part of my conversation again. Now, on creating value, the thing is, while creating value, your goal is not first of all to start creating value, to start selling. The goal is not to start selling to people first of all. You need to, there's something called Te'i in Hausa. I grew up in the north, in Jos, and there's something called Te'i, and those guys, especially, it happens with the suya people, right? People who sell suya. If you go around your area, you see that as you're standing outside, maybe you're waiting for your turn, you just notice that the malam will just cut one part of the suya and hand it over to you and tell you and give you a toothpick to taste. Now, every single time they do that, number one, they are saying that their product is trusted. That's the reason for this 30 days free monetization class. Number one, the product is trusted. It means that every single person who eventually will have this product are going to like it. That's number one. Number two, he's giving you that test because he knows that by the time you taste it and you feel like it's palatable, if you planned to buy, let's say you plan to buy, let's say 200 naira own because you were not sure initially. You don't want to get yourself into trouble. You don't want to buy anything that will turn your tummy. But you now tasted it, and the next thing you realize that it was super nice. From that 30, you just tell him, oh yeah, okay, give me like 50,000 naira own. That is what I want. That's the essence of us every single time we create courses. I've told, even in last bootcamp, that's what I told every single person. That is the essence of you creating offers, okay? But like I said, if you are just showing up and you're just starting out, your goal is not to say, oh, people must pay me because I spent time creating this course. Your goal is to present your best foot forward, and it's called tepi. And I'll say it again, another thing will be to make your tepi very small and attractive. So I tell people every single day, I'm the only one that can pull off 30 days challenge for free. Most people will not do that. And it's not just 30 days challenge, because most 30 days challenge is once a day. I'm the only one that can pull up every day, right? Daily. If you want to do it, it's still not bad. Okay, like I told you guys, for me, it's a whole curriculum of a whole course, and I'm testing it out again. And of course, I'm honoring the people who are showing up, because sometimes by your questions, it will help me tweak some of the topics that I have already prepared, and then making it far proof. I'm even going to write, when I'm going to write the preface of the book, I'll also write the number of persons who tested this product and what the outcome was for. So like I told you guys, it's not robbery. You don't have to make money immediately. You don't have to show up on a platform and grow immediately. The question will be, what are you growing for? What are you growing for? That's another very huge question, because a lot of people are seeking virality and you have not even spent time to develop your product. Okay, you've not spent time to develop your product. You're not even scared. Some of you write and you know that your writing is not it's quite skewed, but you want to start making money already. Like I said, making money is the easiest thing, especially in a structured environment, in a class, in a community. That's why I put all of you in different communities, and I'm hoping that all of you would start making your start having your meetings, so that if there is any need, and that one I'm not going to push it, okay, this is not a paid class. I am just hoping that this will be an opportunity for anybody who will literally want to take it. That's why I put all of you in teams, so that beyond you just showing up here, you have relationship. I'll say it again, anybody who is going to give you any offer without offering you community with it has robbed you. That's just the truth. Any offer that doesn't have community with it, because the truth is, no offer in itself, no material in itself can convert, except I don't know how to explain this now, but people are always the magic. Now I'm saying this so that if you're building your products, always have community in mind. Okay, so this is me probably also talking about my major what's the word now? Something I'm very good at. I'm very good at community building effortlessly. Okay, yes, I can see a lot of people coming in. Please double tap or triple tap on this live so that we can rank higher, and then you just see the love emoji or the fire emoji. Just click on it as well. Let me just be sure that you can hear me, and then also it helps our life as well. Thank you so much for obliging immediately. I really appreciate you. Okay, so that was exactly what we're talking about now, so that when you are creating any products, right, you're having all this in mind. It means that we still have to find a way to give a testing opportunity, because a lot of people will not believe that you have awesome. A lot of people will not believe that you have the expertise until they even get to meet you in either way. So showing up on all social media platforms is that tepi, that Hausa concept of tasting, showing up every day, saying things about your background, what you are learning right now, how you've been able to serve other customers. That is your tepi. Because the truth is, while we are releasing some of this content, we know that people are going to copy us. It's not like we don't know. Even me, it's not like I don't know that somebody is going to, some people are stalking me. I know. In fact, it's part of my introduction. If you read my LinkedIn, what did they call it? My LinkedIn about session, I wrote it. I said, your favorite coach is low-key stalking me for strategies. So I know that there are people that will come in here and steal some of these fresh ideas that I have. Like I said, for me, I don't just curate, because that's the error most people make in other platforms. They go ahead, they'll just see other people's things and they just copy it verbatim. No, I meditate a lot. So it means that whatever idea I eventually share to my students, I've sat down, both from scriptures, from my experience, from my students who I've worked with, to be able to come up with something excellent. Okay. So knowing fully well that every single time you show up on social media, right, it is you giving people an opportunity of 30. The question is, should I now carelessly every single morning just scribble posts, especially if it's my first time in any particular platform? Should I just wake up and scribble posts? And I'll say no, that will not be a wise thing to do. And I'll say it again, if you're just joining us, we already have a content calendar. Create one for yourself. Now the question is, somebody will say, should I create or not to create? I'll say again, just start. Your ability to start, your starting will give you a heads up, in a sense that you will learn how well to use your conversations. Like just was it 5 minutes before this event, I quickly just scribbled a post on LinkedIn and I walked off and left the post, and I'm here. The question will be why? Because I'm going to be celebrating a full whole year soon of posting daily every day. And then you can't compare myself with you, right? And then people who have posted for 5 years straight every day, I can't compare myself with them as well. But the question is, again, if you have decided that you are going to show up the way you are, what kinds of content can you be giving out per time? That is why when we have decided, depending on the platform, of course, you know that for YouTube, video content, TikTok, video content, Instagram, video content, Facebook, video content, then LinkedIn, text is far better. There was a time that LinkedIn started making videos do very well, but after a while I think they withdrew because it stopped. So it would have been that if you posted video, people would just be moving from one videos to the other like reels, but they stopped that. So that means if you post your video, you put on your own, everybody will answer their names, right? But so it meant that videos might not do as well. One thing I noticed is that LinkedIn is a graphic based platform. Here's the reason why. A lot of people are very busy, they barely read long texts. So whatever you write in the text in your graphic is literally what people are going to carry hook, line, and sinker. Okay, I've tried it over and over again. In a particular week, when I celebrated a particular, what do they call it? Milestone. I think it was when I celebrated 12,000. I can't remember. A milestone on LinkedIn. I tried it. I posted the same flyer, the same celebratory flyer, but different ideations. I was just talking about different things. Guess what? Everybody who saw that flyer did not even bother reading the long form I wrote. They will just say, congratulations, Dr. Vivian. I'm like, Jesus, even on LinkedIn. And this is the so-called place where people are intellectuals, professionals, blah, blah, blah. It means this. While you are creating whatever value or content, the goal is brevity. So now we have already started our course proper for tonight, right? While paying attention to your personal brand, the goal is brevity. If whatever it is that you are trying to tell people about yourself, as much as possible, especially if you're just starting out, should be brave. Be brief. Yes, brevity, but brief. Let me see. I hope my battery. Okay, that's good. Okay, should be brief. No matter whatever it is you want to tell anybody, just make it as short as possible. Whether in videos, like for videos, YouTube videos for short. In fact, it should not be more than 34 seconds. Me, most times I used to post longer out of stubbornness. The truth is that I know all these things, right? I just know them for knowing sake. Even on LinkedIn, I know exactly what I should do and what I should not do. Sometimes I don't want to put myself into stereotypes. I even know that posting by 6. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, thank you so much. My battery was almost crying. No problem. Today we're going to be very fast, okay? So the goal is content brevity, right? The thing is, find ways to release little by little daily, except maybe there's something you're aiming at per time, okay? There's something you're aiming at per time. Else, just release the few you know. Find a way to break it, spread it. So once you get that 30 days AI generated content, your goal is to look into those 30 days and begin to tweak, right? While tweaking it, right, you are going to have your personal brand in mind. Okay, what do I want people to see me as? Like I told you guys, right, expertise is about being able to move people from A to B. So authenticity in terms of saying I'm an expert is staying on what you know how to do. Don't go and be saying what you don't know how to do. It's useless. I've told you guys severally. for me, as a start, the first, in fact, the first month, 2 weeks that I started my freelance journey, I got jobs immediately, and it was not hard. I didn't have to lie about things that I didn't have. I just amplified the ones that I have and made people understand why they should trust me. And then if you're somebody who is generally a very late person, somebody who is usually very tardy, you don't meet deadlines, all these funny things, you might need to start dealing with them now, because all of these things will culminate into your personal brand. Now, I was telling you guys, one of the things I've noticed with some graphic designers as well as videographers is that they never, as in to deliver on time, it's like a course. God have mercy on me, but I've seen it happen. In fact, there's somebody that I know that I got the person an opportunity in 6 figures to work with an international. Now I'm scared. I'm serious. I know a lot of people who need help in the community with videography and graphic designs, but all the people I've worked with, see, I've done meetings, I've done events every week for 8 months straight. You can calculate it. Plus the ones that people invited me for and asked me for someone, I'm telling you, there's almost no day these people delivered on time. And that already is a menace to your personal brand. I'm telling you, that's how I started getting interested in videography and doing my graphics. Even today, my celebratory post, the flyer, I made it myself. I know one here say I want to post, and you'll be telling me that I will get my videos or my flyer in 3 days, in 10 days, in 20 days, and even in the 20 days, you can't even keep to your you can't even keep to your promises. So we're saying it again. There's the ABC to Z of personal branding. Of course, when the course note comes out, every single thing will be documented there. But the first thing, number one of personal branding, which invariably is value or product creation, is that you should be authentic. Whatever it is that you're saying is going to be found in this package is what people are going to get. So even in your videos, right, of course there's a place for hooks. We're going to talk about that today. So we said it today, we're going to discuss mainly hook, right? But the first thing you need to know is that whatever it is that I'm going to promise in this material, is it achievable? If it's achievable, can I show people how? That is authenticity. And that's why I said a lot of you, don't be moving around saying you're a VA up and down. Just video a day in the life of video yourself working. Even if you don't have a client yet, create materials. How to learn email management as a beginner. How to schedule as a beginner, how to tag your what are the other things that people used to do now? How to use Slack as a beginner, how to use business automation tools, AI that makes something easy. You should have courses. I'm saying it now because I'm telling you, none of you are free. I'll say it again, none of you are free. So it means that by now you should have already started having those courses from what we discussed in day one. You're already creating those courses. And the challenge I'm having is that I've not seen anybody tag me anywhere that is showing that they created something. Some of you are still going to LinkedIn to be doing cruise. You're not producing anything. You've not even told anybody that this is a journey that you're trying to do. This is something that you're currently doing for yourself. Okay, can you hear me now? If you can hear me now and it's crystal clear, please let me know. Maybe it's network. I really had a very bad network today. So please, if you can hear me now, confirm so that I can go on. Please help me confirm. Okay, I know that there might be a little lag, so just let me know. Okay, awesome. Okay, so essentially what I'm saying is that some of you, nobody even knows what you are doing yet, and it's already bad PR for you. You can't say you don't have money. You can't say you don't have money when people don't know what you are doing. And you cannot just tell people that you are doing certain things. You need to show. So for me, I would say most times when you hear people talking about this topic, they will say show, not tell. I say no. Do the two of them. You are showing and you're telling at the same time. You're going to be telling people how I learned email. You can even say how I learned email, how to learn email management in 5 minutes. When you create those courses, put them on YouTube. Put them here. I'm serious. Have a YouTube that documents your journey as a virtual assistant. If I was the one, my day one, I'm going to say, essentially, this is what I'm going to say. Hi everyone, this is my first ever video. I am looking to start my journey as a beginner virtual assistant. Now I'm going to show you guys everything I'm going to be learning daily. On day one will be my first time, and I'm going to share my experience with Slack. Do join me on this journey, and every single day on your shorts, you're seeing shorts, right? Shorts is not the one that you be spending hours doing any serious video editing. Shorts is essentially exactly what I am doing like this. You just carry your camera, do a selfie. I've told you guys countless time, your phone is not a barrier. Countless time, your phone is not a barrier. Again, your phone is not a barrier. I'm saying it now so that when you're sleeping, when you're becoming lazy, you just be hearing this in your soul. Your phone is not a barrier. Once you record it like this, all you have to do is to get InShot. If you think you cannot pay for CapCut, I told you guys you can do CapCut for 20,000 naira. CapCut for a whole year. 4 of you join together, pay for one account, create an email, pay for one account. Both of you, 4 of you, share your login details. If you need help in that direction, please, as soon as we're done with this live, because this live is going to be very short, I'm not feeling too well. I'm just trying my best to. I just don't want to not have kept to my word, right? Okay, so what you just do is in the group, just drop it in the group. Just say outrightly that you'll be needing, you want to pay for CapCut. So 4 of you can bring 20,000 naira each and pay for one CapCut. You open an email and pay for it, where you can be upgrading anything at all. You can upgrade an image of 366. I mean, that means you what's the word now? You downloaded, you videoed with your very poor camera and no light, right? You video with your very poor camera and no light, but the next thing you're going to do is just to put it there and just upscale. In fact, there are apps. There's this upscale media. Let me write. If I start writing it now, I'll distract myself. Upscale media, UPSCALE. Upscale media, UPSCALE. Please, if you heard it very well, just help me spell it again. Upscale media. Upscale is going to help you upgrade whether videos, also thank you very much, whether video, whether audio, whether what do they call it, graphics. So even if you, thank you so much. So even if you create what do they call it, images on Canva, and the image is blurry because you could not pay for the plan, you can carry that image and take it to upscale and upscale it. You see options of 2K. I'll try and do some demonstrations if you guys need it. You see options of 2K, 4K, 8K. 8K, I think you have to subscribe to their plan for you to use 8K. But 4K, which any photo that is up to 4K is a very beautiful photo, and you post it like that, right? So the goal is, like I said, paying attention to your personal brand. Yes, I will. As soon as I'm done, I'll just go and take water and sleep. I think I've not really been resting. I've been having sleepless nights. Okay. So, like I said again, make sure that you are daily creating content. See, the thing is, every single day you create content, right, you are reminding people that you're in for this in a longer haul. So based on what we had, amen, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Based on what we have discussed so far, I told you guys that the goal is longevity, even though you should not put yourself under pressure. But if you keep saying the same thing for a whole year, 2 years, 3 years, right, and you're also making your effort, like I told you guys, a lot of people used to stop at content creation, which is one bad thing that LinkedIn does. For me, I meditated into it. I'm like, that's wickedness. You cannot create, after spending hours of creating content, then you'll be pursuing your posts to make sure it does well. That's the most silliest wickedness I've seen on all, as in of all platforms. That's why even me recently now, I don't even care about impressions. I post when I want to post. And of course, it's gonna have a backlash, right? It's not good. I'm just saying, if you're a beginner, please don't do that. Don't follow me. But I'll still tell you how I feel about the algorithm. It's a very silly one. Okay. Unlike YouTube, you can suffer. When you suffer and you create your videos and everything, you can just post your videos and go and sleep. But LinkedIn, you cannot do that. So for some of you who are why your posts are not doing well on LinkedIn, you must engage. It's a wickedness It's a wickedness principle, but unfortunately, if you have to play by a platform, that's your ability to give again. You're going to literally just give yourself, because you understand that this is what you have to do for your post to do well on this platform, except you choose another platform. But platforms like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, if you deliver value and people start responding on their own, your post will do very well. You don't have to pressure anybody to come and watch anything, to come and do anything. Once you have delivered value and people find it, and you find a system, like for me, that's why I love YouTube, in the sense that this 30 days course now, after I make the manuscript, I am going to what's the word? I am going to create a full after creating the book, I'm going to create a web page for it, so that each day now I'm literally gisting with the person, but the person will have also the book while he's going through each of the days. So that's exactly what I am telling you guys now. The goal is to make sure that you are consistently bringing out something to remind people that this is what you are offering. Okay, so we're done with authenticity. I've told you guys, don't let anybody make you feel like you cannot offer anything. I'm saying this now because of these random YouTubers that like flying from one life to the other. I can see people, I know you people, I know my people, and I know you people. You people can jump from one place to the other. Sit down and create something for yourself and offer something. You will not be under pressure for growth. If you are creating content, you'll be able to serve people properly, and you can even sell. I've seen people who are still selling the same course for over 10 years. Yes, I've seen people who are doing that. That's because you just need to sit down and do this. And if you're in this monetization bootcamp, you know that you don't have any excuse whatsoever. I've already shown you a cheat sheet that you have already created your first course. The only thing is for you to tweak it, so that daily, just hold your casual camera like this. Don't be saying you need lights. Hold your casual camera, find a plain background in your house, and just say, okay, so day one, I'm going to be discussing my journey. First of all, this is my first time ever coming online to tell you what I've been doing. I've been super busy, but for the sake of the people who would be finding help in this video, today I'm going to be sharing essentially how you can become a virtual assistant. Well, if you think that you might feel a little robbery for you not to feel like an authority, you can say, follow me. I'm going to join me for a 30-day challenge where I'll be sharing essentially my journey as a virtual assistant, my difficulties, my failures, my payment challenges, how much have I earned, just do it like a vlog, right? If you do it for the next 30 days, I'm already provoking because I've not seen any content like that. And you guys are up to 30 in that group. I don't know. You've already created your name, your brand persona, everything, but you're not yet talking. Nobody will talk for you. Nobody will come and save you. I'm saying it again. Nobody will talk for you. Your money is even on it. Some of you you're thinking money as fiat until you see alerts. No, every content is money. Every single content is a reminder that people can work with you, and it's money you're leaving on the table. So we're going to start from content creation first, and I'm saying it because now a lot of people are bastardizing text form content, as in the sense that people say people are lying too much. You need to prove, so that anytime you're sending your resumes, you already have a portfolio. You're not going to be saying, please let me work for you so that I can have a portfolio. If you do a 30 days challenge for your particular niche, I promise you, it's me promising you, nobody will ask you for any portfolio everywhere. You will literally pack up those videos, right? Cut them short, cut the scripts short, and send them up as portfolios for whoever who would be wanting to work with you. Because number one, I told you guys again, we have somehow introduced community building in the sense that make sure you collect all the people that you're helping. Make sure you collect them into groups. You collect them, collect their numbers, collect whatever it is that you have to collect. So, but I've told that's so that anybody who needs a proper further guidance. So I told you guys that at the end of these 30 days, we will have our competition, but I will advise you to host an event, an official event with your flyer on it. Get other people on board as well to work with you. I'm open. Anybody that wants me to come and speak on their platform and you are part of this bootcamp, please let me ahead of time. If you need any ginger in that direction, let me know. I will support you. I will push you the best way I can. I would also, even for the people who are going to be speaking on our final day, on our final and our 30th day, I will train you for the public speaking based on whatever it is you want to say. We'll develop our scripts together. Okay, so that at the end of the day, everybody comes out super excellent and gets their job opportunities. So I'll say it again. The goal is not just telling everybody I am a virtual assistant. It's time to start showing, and it shows in your content creation, it shows in your portfolios, it shows in your also reaching out. Okay, so once we're done with our of course, in our personal branding, the next thing is to build trust. And building trust, I've already talked about it. Yes. So building trust, I've already talked about it. Building trust is keeping to your word. If you told your client that you're going to show up at 8 a.m. and because why I'm hammering this is because generally we from the global south, we have challenges with time management, and most of these international clients, they cannot take it. Okay, so if there's any reason why that particular lady would have dragged us as a country, she probably would have experienced some of those funny things from the people whom she hired. So I'm hoping that you just promise yourself, you tell yourself that if you have already given your word in a particular direction, you are going to keep to it. You have to do it. You have to tell yourself that. Okay. So from that, we are talking about okay. So we've talked about creating content, right? And then there are other things. I'm going to bring out materials for personal branding, but essentially your personal brand is you. And like what I shared in my other class, right, I told them outrightly that your personal brand is your retirement plan. So some of you, the reason why you're feeling dope and everything I'm telling you is just going over your head is that you have one where you're working and they are paying you 1 million and your head is big because they are paying you 1 million. I'm telling you that if anything happens, takam right now, this is how they will pack you like this, like bundle. They'll give you, some of you, if you're lucky, they'll give you severance package. They'll just say, oh, thank you for your time. And that is it, you're fired. But how about you already creating a platform? In fact, if I'm the one right now, all this I'm working with right now and founders, I tell them outrightly every single time, if you want to have a run for your money, don't hire anybody who is not building on social media platform. That's just the truth. If you want to have a run for your money, don't hire anybody that is not building on any social media platform. The truth is this: the money that is required to do ads across platforms keeps going higher by the day. Keep going. I told you guys about my LinkedIn experience now. So imagine that I hired 10 people who are commanding what do you call it? Commanding their LinkedIn presence excellently. I won't have to pay for ads. All they need to do is just to post about whatever it is that I'm doing, and then my cohort is filled. I will just say, okay, let's prepare for the next cohort. Okay, so that's why I'm saying well. So if you're looking to hire or you're looking for partnership. So for some of you who are looking to partner with yourselves in the group, make sure you partner with somebody who is pushing, not the one that you're the one who is giving everything. The person will not even show up online. So in your teams, please, your teams, at the end of today, I want to see what you guys have started doing. So all of you, because we didn't put anybody on pressure because I wanted you to even understand yourself first. But I believe that we have gotten to a point where we need to start showing. Yes, Rabiatu. We've gotten to a point where we need to start showing. We need to start giving people a taste of what we have learned so far. So please, your team, make a list. I'm going to post the names of people who have registered and in all the teams, so that randomly during the day, just like what somebody did today, I was super busy, I would have just chimed in, but I would want to say that I celebrate the person, right? Randomly, okay, this person, we have not seen anything from you. Always tag your team members. You can tag me as well, but just tag in your comment section, not in your main post. Just tag us in your comment section. Like I told you, the goal is for you to what do you call it? Position yourself as somebody who is doing very well in the one thing that you don't want to be saying, I just started my journey. I don't know. I'm super confused right now, but it's well. I just said, let me show up for 30 days. No, please don't do that nonsense around me. I beg you. Don't tag me if your mind is still like that. Okay, if your mind is still that way, please go and watch from day one again and keep telling yourself all the things ourselves to be. Go and tell yourself the things that you are. But you can tag us in your comment section. Every time you're going to post, your aim is to educate with one thing. Like, have a punchline. have an arrow, that you're an arrowhead. That's it. So that at the end of that day, you'll be telling yourself. That's why you notice that when I'm talking, I can easily quote any of my posts. It's because of those ideations, I meditate on them long enough. Most of them are synthesized by me. I didn't see it elsewhere. I just, by the reason of curation, I have come to create. So I can't forget my products. That's why I can easily quote them, because they're my products. So that's what I want everybody who is currently here. Once you create that post, like for me, I will not put pressure on timing. The truth is, if you post before 6 a.m., before 7 a.m. and you engage, your post will do well, literally across all platforms. But I am not a party to that, because I don't believe that I should wake up to social media. I've stopped it. You can do it too, especially if as a beginner, right? If you're just starting out, it means that you need us. You need us. You need to tag us. We need to support you. We all need to support ourselves. It will make sense that, okay, come there, we'll show up for you. But I would say whatever it is that you want to release, whether video, right, or written content, make sure that you have one arrowhead you want to proceed to everybody. So my summary of everything I've said about personal brand today, I said your personal brand is your retirement plan, it's your severance package. In fact, it is all these things I'm saying, I've never seen it anywhere else, right? So you can quote me, right? It's your severance package. In fact, the severance package that cannot be that cannot be like that. That's inestimable. Nobody can pay for it. You know, when they're giving severance package, they can look at you and just say, okay, because we are chasing you out of this place, let's just give you 5 million so that you can find your footing. Your personal brand can be uncountable millions of dollars if you play your card well and for the long haul, right? The goal is longevity as well. The goal is consistency. The goal is just start. The goal is don't pressure yourself. The goal is start from where you are and keep moving. The goal is curate. So yesterday we talked about research. Look at what other people are doing and sit down by those thoughts and come up with something. Come up with your own light bulb moments that everybody will know that literally this is your color, and there is nobody that can take it away from your mind, because this is essentially who you are. You were able to come up with something as excellent as that. Now, so we haven't decided that, okay, we're going to be creating values. The question is, do we just go ahead and start creating content without knowing that, without knowing the importance of if our content is going to hit? Like I told you, from your first line, right, or the first 3 seconds of your video. So first line, that's what we call hook in all of them, whether audio, what some people don't understand, even for videos. If you notice, for my videos, in the first few minutes, you just hear bah, all those sound effects. You just hear zoom, or you hear, or a laughter, or a suspense zone, or whatever it is, right? You first of all hear a hook, something that is telling you that something is going to happen that is interesting. That is essentially what the hook can do for you on all across platforms. So whether it is a video hook or it's a written hook, some people just have paid so much attention on content writing that they have literally forgotten that even with your content writing, people can still say that you're lying, except you show yourself doing it. Okay, so a lot of people are telling, but they are not doing. So we said in our own camp, as a Phoenixgate, we do both. So we'll not say cho show workings. Our own is cho plus working. Cho plus working. So I've already added another tagline. Talk plus working. So we're not just saying, but we're saying and we are telling. We're not the people who castigate those who tell, but we're also telling, but then we're also showing people that we are doing. So like I said, for the purpose of this class, in the next few minutes, I'll just summarize the different kinds of hook, because another thing is a lot of us just go ahead and create. I mean, you just got a video idea, you just say, then you just come online, you just be saying, my name is Vivian, I am the founder, I'm a cute founder. Guys, can you guys see my dimples? I'm a founder of the Phoenixgateshq group. So today I want to teach you about how to be cute. Don't do that nonsense. Don't do that nonsense, I beg. So the goal is essentially not you just coming up and saying you just want to post. Is okay, whatever it is I'm going to post, does it represent what I am going to do in a long haul? Okay, if it's that, that's awesome. That means whatever it is I'm going to share is going to make sense. So the goal is whatever the first line. So for videos, the first 3 seconds of your video, and then for your write-ups, it's called your hook. Your first line for your written content is very, very important, because it intrigues people either to come in or they should go. Now, from our studies so far, there are 4 powerful, I'm going to be looking into my notes as well. There are 4 powerful materials that we usually tell people to pay attention to, or that people should always have in mind. Okay. Anytime you notice that on LinkedIn, when people want to write their summaries, I even did that in my post today. I could have easily said, I started from 0. So everybody wants to be a part of your process, because people are literally going through a lot, especially on LinkedIn. The algorithm is wiping a lot of people's souls. So people just want to know that, okay, that you're doing well now, that people are seeing and people are having engagement on your post. They just want to know that, okay, there was a time when you were like them. So you hear things like, see posts like saying, when I first started, I started with 0. Or my first time, the first time I ever applied for jobs as a beginner freelancer, I got 5 opportunities. In fact, that's how I started using it very well. When I figured out that this is what people want to know, they want hope, right? They want hope. So that would tell you how to release your content. Okay. So I said again, I'm going to quickly just call out all the hooks, all these several hooks that people always use every single time. If you summarize any, in fact, I went and I checked literally every post that is doing well on all platforms made use of, let me repair my lights. I have affected it now, no problem. I'll just use the one that is available. Okay, so every single time you see posts that do well, right, every single post that does well, you see that most times they are using that principle, right? From the beginning of every content, they don't waste time. Okay, so for the first is the curiosity driven hook. Like somebody said, what if I told you that if you listen to the end of this video, you'll literally be catering away with $10 million? Somebody that does this curiosity hook a lot is Mr. Beast. That's for YouTube. He's one of the highest grossing person who has the most followers on YouTube. You say, what if I told you that you can, anybody who touches something or who finishes this race is going to get $10 million? Now in your mind, you're now saying, oh my goodness, okay, which of them is going to get this $10 million? And you find out that most times videos like that do very well. So you have to find a way to craft your content to spark that curiosity. That's how people literally make money every single time. That's how people's YouTube channels do well. They use that curiosity hook, because once you have started watching, you just want to know, okay, who went away with this money? I just want to know. So I'm hoping that as you are probably watching now, you're already asking yourself questions based on the batch of content that you're going to be creating, based on the one that was suggested by your content calendar. Am I really creating curiosity? So I'm going to give us an assignment. So for tomorrow, you're going to just give me a one-liner in the community of one curiosity hook based on what you do. One curiosity hook. I'm going to give you an example. What if I told you that in the next 2 seconds, okay, that's too small. What if I told you that in the next 2 minutes, I am going to be, you're going to be learning email management? Would you believe me? The person will now, in the person's mind, will like 2 minutes. How is it possible? How can somebody learn email management in 2 minutes? Then you can quickly do a video. I'm sure you guys know how to do a screenshot now. It's not hard. Like that video I used to teach you guys how to come up with videos. The first thing I did was to record. Hey, my battery. Okay, so the first thing I did was to record. When I recorded the video, while I was creating that video, the first thing I did was to turn on my screen recording. So while I am creating all those things I was creating, I turned on my screen recording. Then when I was done, I now took my screen record and put it in InShot, and I did a voiceover on it. It's as simple as that. Anything you're doing, so even on your phone, you can teach. If you know how to use your laptop interface on your phone, you'll be able to I think I'll show you guys that one too. Please, if you can use laptop interface on your phone, just type it. Let's just know. so that I know that I'm not talking above your heads, right? So like I said, the first thing you're going to do is the curiosity driven hook. This one for videos, if you use curiosity driven hook on your videos every single time, people will watch your videos from beginning to end. So you're not even begging people to come and watch, right? You will not be begging people to come and watch your videos. Me, I'm saying it now for these YouTubers that are jumping from one live to the other. I'm saying it to you people because I know you people will pass here. Rather than begging people to come and watch, you just put in a little more effort, right, and coming up with gaming ideas. If you're very if you don't really know how it works, I've suggested somebody, Mr. Beast, just go ahead and check on his YouTube channel. You see how even his shorts are like do in hundreds of millions, because there's always curiosity hook in almost all of them. Then there is the list based hook. The list based hook is where you say, here are 3 things you must know. Here are 4 things you must know. Here are 10 things you must know if you are starting your journey as a freelancer. Then this is me talking about my niche now. Here are 10 things you must know as a startup. And you have to create a negative hook with it. If you don't listen to this, trust me, you'll be back looking for this video, because you would have lost about $10,000. Make people understand what their problem would be, right, if they don't pay attention to this solution. So we have already done two categories already. So the storytelling hook was the one I started with. Essentially, is when I started out on LinkedIn, I didn't have a voice, I didn't have a face, I didn't have a this, I didn't have a that. That's what a lot of people use, and trust me, a lot of people can relate with that. That's why most people that use all those kinds of hooks, they usually would get better engagements, right? Then educational hooks. Educational hooks is where I will talk about statistics. 90%. So one of the videos, my videos that will be coming out tomorrow, in fact, my hook was statistics. I said it outrightly. 90% of startups, beginner freelancers, as well as beginners across all platforms, fail because of this one thing. So I have already given statistics. So somebody will say, so this thing makes people fail. Let me just sit down and watch so that I don't fail. So you've already told them what will happen to them if they don't watch the video, right? Okay. So then the other one will be a question-based hook. Your question-based hook essentially would be you just saying, what if I told you that, or like a question, you can even post it. One of the things I've noticed, even it works, question-based hooks works very well on TikTok. You see that at the side, right top or top left of their videos, you just see a comment. Somebody asks them a question and they just put it beside, and they say that, okay, so somebody asked me this question, so essentially these are my replies. Those kinds of posts also do very well, because people know that, for them to have asked this question, it means that it really means a lot, and it's something that I should learn. Okay, so the next will be tips and tricks, inspiration and motivational. I think for the purpose of today's class, we've been able to, at least I've been able to hone your minds. Okay, so I told you, don't create content without having your personal brand in mind. Okay, if any content will question your personal brand and what you want to offer, you might want to hold up a little bit, except of course you're trying to paint the vulnerability picture. And I told you, when you're doing vulnerability, pay attention to your niche. It's not all niche that requires vulnerability. If you are in a coaching niche, you don't need vulnerability, because if you are too vulnerable every single time, you're telling people about how you broke your leg, how you broke your eye, how you broke your head, how something is not working for you, a lot of times people will start feeling like, okay, you're the one who is always needing help. So how is somebody that is needing help all of a sudden saying I should pay for her masterclass? Which masterclass are you talking about? So you find out that you might have traffic to your post. That's what I was telling you guys. Don't go viral for nothing. Okay, so you now see that when you eventually now drop your offers, somebody saying, this person that cannot do anything is now saying we should come and buy her course. So what is she going to pay? What is she going to say? Like for me, I'll say it again. Everybody in my community, when I'm training, I train you to be coaches, because like I said, expertise is moving somebody from A to B. Authenticity is deciding what your A is and staying clear to it, so that nobody will come and insult you for nothing, for something useless, simply because you do not sit down and study through what you are offering to people. So if you say that you're building a community of virtual assistants, Give me 5 tools you can teach effortlessly. There might be 30,000 tools for virtual assistants, but it is 5 that you can do very well. My dear, for these 30 days, create videos, all manner of videos of how you are offering these tools. Then the next thing you're going to do is you create a course, and that tool that you will put that tool clearly on your flyer, that is what you are offering. That is called authenticity, so that nobody will come and drag you unnecessarily. As soon as they come, whatever it is that you've promised, you are offering it to them, you're teaching them. So I've told you guys, we're very big on public speaking as well. So this, which is also part of the package for this camp. If you people are serious, like I said, I'm not going to chase anybody around. Number one, you people did not chase me for my money, Abby, but with your money. But I'm not going to chase anybody around. The people, the teams that have met themselves and they are ready, anytime you're ready, just call my attention. I'll book you into my schedule. I will train you guys. In fact, maybe one of our live, when we start going towards the end of this, our 30 days monetization challenge, it might be what we will do. We'll even have to use an official, like our setup, our regular StreamYard setup, so that we have people on time up who will ask questions, who will represent their brands, who will talk about what they've learned so far. Okay, so if you just joined us now, please kindly just like this live, like power tap like 3 to 4 times, and you see the love emoji or whatever it is, fire emoji, just sprinkle it just to show that you were here. But if we don't have any questions, I don't know if we have any questions, we can go ahead and answer. But if we don't have any, I think we can call it a night. So let me just give us, as usual, I'll just give us probably 2 minutes if you have any question, if you have started creating some of those content. So I told you guys outrightly, at the end of the 30 days, all of us were selling our courses, all of us. So as I'm selling my 30 days monetization account notepad for beginners, I'll even write practical steps recorded from live sessions daily, 30. In fact, I'm going to write the number of hours. All these hours of our live events, I'm going to sum them up. I'll say proven strategies by me, and the number of people who would have registered at the end of this challenge, so that I will stand out. I will not be the people who went to copy ChatGPT and they are selling. So that's why I'm telling you guys, the goal is everybody will still know authentic people by what their conversations are. So if you are not making plans on being authentic, you know what Dibanj always says. I don't want to say anything, but you know what he will say. You're on a long team, right? Okay. So if we don't have any further questions, I'll be calling it a night. Like I said, before I came on this live, my head was in bah. Okay. And then if you have not told anybody about these monetization course, you are not helping anybody. Okay, you're not helping anybody. We have 30 people registered. We barely can even see the 30 people. But I would want, like I said, my plan was 300. Please help me meet my mark. I'm not going to do this thing ever again. Ever. The word is ever. Never in my life. I'm not. In fact, I had to say in my life, because I know that I will not do daily challenge for anybody ever again. Not to talk of it being free. If I'm going to, even all my challenge, even my next boot camp, I'll only meet once a week. If it's so bad, I'll only meet twice. If at all I'll only meet twice. So I would want as many people to come on live to experience me now that I have the time and the chance to do so. So please, if you have not told anybody, or you've not posted about it, or you have not shared all the posts that I have been talking about, please go and share it now. Tell your experiences. If you're not learning anything, that's fine. Please don't lie, right? But if you're learning something and you know you're not exchanging it for finances, I don't think it's fair that you're quiet about it, right? But then I think I'm done for the night. So I'm going to be giving us all 4. So you can all just sign out by saying I'm a mover and you're here for my lights. Please, every day, all the assignments, by the time, for those people who are probably meeting us for the first time, go back to day 1. As soon as you've done the assignment, just paste the assignment there. Like I told you, other people are going to be using this particular coursework for the longest. So people will always come and meet your names on the comment section. They'll come and meet what you do on the comment section, your ideations that you crafted after each class. So it's better you just go ahead and leave some of your comments there. Let people get to meet you, and also possibly sell some of your courses and your opportunities. So in the absence of any questions, I'm going to be ending the live in 4, 2, okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do have an amazing day. I really, really appreciate it. I know there'll be a network lag, but please, you guys, permit me. I wasn't exactly feeling too well when I took on this live, but I'm glad that I was able to deliver. See you guys tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. GMT +1. Do have an amazing day.